been complaining about that. I heard. I've heard a lot of people complaining about that. Hey, my squad, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's make sure a notification went out. Let's see, notification went out. Sound is working. Okay. So, today I'm working on one of my canvases that is for Sparkle All the Way 2024. I'm also doing a snowman as well. This one here that I'm working on is also for hashtag DP for Vets with Diamond Painting Anonymous. Sparkle All the Way is with DP Addiction Adventures and Dip in Time. So let's get into things today, guys. As you can see, I got one that came off. Hold on. Where you go? There we go. As you can see, I got the and I'm putting the drill on upside down, y'all. I've gotten this whole bottom part of it done. And now I'm working on half of the rose, or a quarter of the rose, actually. Or a fourth of the rose. Anyway, so we're working on that. So if I get this section done in the live stream, I'll move over to the other canvas that I'm working for, Up to Snow Good and Sparkle All the Way. Of course, this one is also for DP for Vets, which is near and dear to me. My grandfather was in the Navy. I had an uncle in the Navy, a cousin, two cousins actually. I have lots of friends and family that are military. So, but also, roses make me sparkle. I love my roses. So that's why I also picked this one for Sparkle All the Way, because I love roses. I love roses of any kind. I think they're a beautiful flower. But I have to admit, my all-time favorite rose, though, is the black rose, which is really not black, actually. Black roses are actually, it's kind of like the whole 939. Everybody thinking it's black, but it's actually a really deep, dark blue. Well, it's the same thing with a rose. A black rose is actually a deep, dark purple. So, I love the two-tone roses. And there's one that my grandmother's had when I was growing up, and my mom had one as well. And it's a peachy color and a yellow mix. It's like a peachy pink and a yellow mix, and it'll get these little patches, the pink and the yellow, and mixed together, and get this peachy orange. Hey, Sandy. Okay, take your time. Be careful. Yeah, so roses are one of my favorites. And that's one of the reasons I picked this for Sparkle All the Way. As for DP for Vets, I picked it because, it's the U.S. flag. The rose is made to look like the U.S. flag. We got the stars here and the red, white, and all the blue. So, yeah. So let's see, what have I got going on? I think I have to check, guys. 100%. I'm not 100% on this one. As far as I know, I should still have a couple of videos set to publish. Um, I'm not sure. I can't remember. It's been a crazy week. Weekend at least. Me and mom had errands to run on Thursday, and when we both got home, the weather is just so crazy here right now. It, both me and her were fighting with sinus issues and headaches this weekend, and she's had a earache. This weather going up and down is crazy. I mean, we had some crazy fog this morning. Um, I mean, granted, our school kids didn't have to go here today because it's election day, of course, and um, most of our polling places are the local schools and government offices. So our kids did not have school today here. So they missed. They would have actually had a fog delay this morning if they had had school. That's how thick the fog was this morning. So, so I woke up to that this morning thinking, oh Lord, that's going to send my sinuses crazy. But knock on wood, they've been good today. Which I'm shocked because usually when the weather fluctuates like that is when I have issues. So let's see. So I've got this one the way I have it sectioned out. I should have this one done the week of Thanksgiving. And speaking of Thanksgiving, that's a Thursday. So I would, as of right now, I am not scheduled a lot to go live on Thanksgiving Day. Um, but if things change, um, I will certainly post it out there. But as of right now, I am taking Thanksgiving Day off so I can watch the Macy's Day Parade and be in a food coma. Um, I will go into a food coma that day, hopefully. Just hopefully everything goes okay with that one. Um, that's all I'm gonna say on that one. Because karma's gonna come back and bite what happened in, you know, they're gonna bite them in the proverbial rump. It's not what I really want to say, but I'm going to keep PG today. Which, if you guys know me, you know I'm not a politically correct person when it comes to certain things. But this one, I'm leaving it in the hands of karma. That's all I can do. But just know they could have, and they have possibly um, ruined the holiday for me. I mean, let's just say I had, thank God, thank God we already have our turkey. We had gotten that, you know, months ago when we caught one on sale. But as for everything to go with it, mm-mm, wasn't able to get all that because somebody had to. I'm with a friend who took me shopping. She's getting her one kid in one car seat. I'm getting the other kid in the other car seat. And my wallet was in. This was a change purse wallet, so just had a little bit of change in it, but it also had a gift card in it that was meant for getting all the trimmings to go with the turkey. And somebody swiped, and when I had my back turned, put the kid in the car seat, somebody walked by and swiped it out of the cart. And because of the way the cart was sitting, the cameras couldn't pick it up. So cops said there's nothing they can do, regrettably, which I understand. Um, but I mean, it's just why? Why would somebody do that to somebody? Why would they ruin somebody's holiday like that? You know. But I digress, because karma's going to get it. Karma's going to fix it. I just hope whoever the person was that did it steps on 1,000 Legos in hot coals. So, let's see, what have I got coming up? Other than working on canvases for the events, um, I really don't have nothing um, planned until December, really. Well, I mean, I'll be doing lives with the canvases I'm working on, but I really don't have any out and about lives until um, December when a couple Christmas parades. Um, and possibly Winterfest of Lights. I don't know if my family's doing that this year or not. We haven't talked about that. Um, but I do know there are some parades coming up in December, and I do know we will be going to those, weather permitting, because this is Maryland. Anybody that knows the DMV, Delmarva Peninsula, knows how crazy our parade weather can be. Yeah. Anyway. yeah, so it's been a crazy whirlwind couple of days. Because what I was talking about that I'm leaving it up to karma to take care of because it's the only thing I can do. That just happened this past weekend, this past Thursday. So, yeah, there's that. But get out of here with bug. I know you're in my canvas somewhere. You better be off my canvas. Um, I done lost my train of thought, y'all. Ooh, shiny squirrel. God, what was I going to say? Wow. Anywho, but yeah, so this canvas, like I say, I'm working on for two different events. Um, the one event runs until um, DP for Vets runs until November 31st, 30th. Alexa, how many days in November?
November has 30 days. Did that answer your question?
Alexa, shut up now. It runs till November 30th. Sparkle All the Way runs until December 27th. I do know that. And Up to Snow Good, I believe runs, don't 100% quote me. Cindy, I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but I think you said you're running that till sometime in December. Don't shoot me. I don't have a good memory these days. I've had a lot going on. Um, let's just say some people from my past have reared their ugly little heads again, but I'm not acknowledging them. And I see that you have resubscribed to my YouTube channel. You know, I guess, y'all want to be little stalkers? Well, stalk away because, yeah, you're just running my watch time up is all you're fucking doing. But hey, haters gonna hate. And before anybody says I got that from freaking little Taylor fucking Swift. Sorry, I'm not a fucking Swiftie, y'all. I hate Taylor Swift with a passion. I'm sorry. I don't like her. But that's my opinion. I did not get that from her. I have been saying haters gonna hate before that kid was ever born. I'm sorry. I don't understand. Everybody, all these Swifties. Yeah, I am not a fucking Swiftie. I would not be caught dead listening to her music. I'm sorry. Just like Leanne Rhymes, you will not catch me. Yes, I love Coyote Ugly, don't get me wrong. But I could deal without her singing in that movie. I don't like Liam Rimes. I barely tolerate Faith Hill. So I have my reasons. You know, and that's my opinion. You know what they say, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. Oh my god, y'all. I was almost not going to make the live today because I found this podcast app through I was watching TikTok early this morning, and this little story popped up. They were telling like a story and all, and it gave the podcast you can go to. Well, I've done used all my free listens for today. I have to wait. I either have to buy coins for it or listen. I can come back and listen. Tomorrow. Um, there's a story on there. It's called "Saving Sarah," and I laid there binge listening to what I could have at last night into this morning. Oh my god, that story is so freaking interesting. The name of the podcast app. Hold on. Pocket FM is the name of the podcast app. Oh my god. Like I said, there's other stories I believe I can listen to for free. Binge listen to. But this one called Saving Sarah. Oh my god. I'm like 35 episodes 35 or 36 episodes deep into it already. And I'm like, I'm so eager. I want to, listen to the rest of it. It's getting very, very interesting. The things you find on TikTok late at night, they pique your interest and send you down a rabbit hole. I mean, at least it's not a shopping rabbit hole. That would have been a whole lot worse. So, at least this one doesn't cost me anything. But I mean, it's so freaking, it's just, it's one of those type of stories that sucks you in and you want to know what's going to happen next. I mean, these little podcast episodes are only, I think that maybe 10 minutes long at the most, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It sucked me in, and I'm hooked now. That's how I got this whole bottom done yesterday though, because I had started on one side and I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to do this one little square, and the next thing I know, I'm like, I don't know how many episodes deep into this podcast, and I have the whole bottom of this canvas finished. I probably, if I hadn't run out of my free listen for the day, I probably would have probably been halfway done this canvas. Um, I just like got in the zone and just went with it, you know. I was like so mesmerized into the story. Um, I don't know. Once I get off live, I may go and find another one and start listening to it. See if I can listen to another one. I don't know, but it just was so, you know, you get into that storyline and you're like, it's like you can't pull yourself away. It's like watching an accident happening, but knowing you can't pull yourself away from watching it. Why won't that pick up? I hate when. Oh, I see what it is. It's a piece of trash throw on there. There we go. Maybe I need more. I don't know. Something's not right. But probably need a little more putty is what I need. Because I haven't actually changed the putty in this pen in a couple, about 2 or 3 weeks. And maybe it's time for add fresh putty. But that's the thing with some putties, depending on the weather. Um, some putties can last depending on how much you use your pen, your weather. If you're a hard or light presser, all those factors. All those factors come into play with your putties and your waxes too. And hopefully put that back to the weather affects them. Um, the amount of usage if your drills are dusty. You know, Usually a lot of times your 310 drills makes your putty and your waxes dirty really quick. I've noticed that. It seems to always be that your dark drills are always usually your drills that seem dirty and dusty. And I don't know if this is just me or if anybody else notices this. Your dark drills are usually your staticky drills too. Normally when I kit up and I have static issue, it is usually in the dark colored drills, the 310s, the 939s, the dark colors. I don't understand it. I don't get that. But um, I actually know this one's not mine. Oh yeah, I guess it is. Never mind. I thought it was something else. They're supposed to have possibly have something coming in the mail for Kifrat. Let's see. USSA, yeah. USSA's are like I thought that was a well, she sat down and she. Oh, they say. Ooh, it's all kinds of stuff. What the fuck? You got a ruler and everything. A paper it's a sticker. Roll. No, it's a sticker. Oh, is it a sticker? Okay. It's a bunch of stickers. Oh my god, look at the rooster. He's cool with the watermelon. I got just got a bunch of stickers. Well, have fun with them. Oh, I have a sticker. Yeah, I know. So. Or actually, the journal I just got from that I won, I may turn into a sticker book. Let's go home. Oh, they even got temporary tattoos. What? Temporary tattoos. The Christmas tree's cute, but I like the dirty Santa. Oh Lord. I like dirty Santa. Oh, that's cute. Yeah. He'll find something to do with him. Yeah, I will. So cool. I totally forgot I requested this free sticker pack from this company. I have a sticker book I started, but my journal that I just won. I may actually turn into a sticker book. I don't know. Oh, that's cool. Thank you to Sticker Giant is the name of them. Thank you, Sticker Giant. I know you're probably not. You know, I'm a mediocre little fry in the water, so you're not. You probably won't see that. I'll have to reach out to them and thank them for that. Before that, I don't even know what I was talking about, y'all. Oh, about static and drills. Yeah, I don't know if anybody else has noticed that, but yeah, that was a squirrel moment. Yeah, I noticed that the dark color drills, they're usually dusty when you get them. And I know people wash their drills. They have those little. I am not going to wash my drills. That is just overkill. If it means I'm using more wax and putty, it means I'm using more wax and putty. Um, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna wash drills. Um, but yeah, this is funny too. You know, I went to sit down to start working on this yesterday, and I'm looking at my drills, and I'm like, I was supposed to start with 3865, which was the white color. I'm like, that's not enough white to finish to do this kit. And I got looking at the other colors, and I'm like, wait a minute, these colors are not matching up right. My redneck Maryland ass had inadvertently, when I put the sticker on the case, I put the wrong sticker on the wrong case. So I put the sticker for this kit on the case for the snowman, and the snowman sticker on the case for this kit. You talk about a heart attack moment. I thought I was missing drills. Because it's, when I opened the case, this is 24 colors, and when I opened the case, there was only 20. I'm like, where are the other 4 colors? I know I kitted them up. So that's when I went investigating, and I'm like, okay, I have these colors in my spares. So I went and pulled them out of my spares, and then I got looking more, and I'm like, okay, well, I went to go grab for a color I started, and I'm like, all right, that number and that color don't match up. Yeah. At least I found that out before I started laying drills, because it could have been the whole Santa Claus issue all over again. For those that that are not OG Mutt Squad followers, I'll explain that. Um, Last year, I was doing this cute little Santa Claus, and was it last year or year before last? It might have been year before last. And I was doing this gorgeous Starry Night picture. I love Vincent Van Gogh's Starry Night. I want to get the coasters. I want to get those coasters. And I go to sit down. I had the Santa Claus set up as an advent calendar. So I go and pull off the little square, and I had them set up in different size little squares. His year's journey. I had to set up in different little size squares. So I could pull off the square for that day, because I was doing lives every day that month of December, leading up to Christmas. To do the advent calendar. How I had set up like an advent calendar. And it happened to be a section of the fur on Santa's coat. I'm putting drills down. I grab the number, and all of a sudden I got maybe, I'd say 15 or 20 drills down. And I'm looking, I'm like, why am I putting yellow in Santa's coat? So I investigate my drills. I look at I shut the case, and I'm like, no, I didn't. I had grabbed the Starry Night drills instead of the Santa Claus drills. Thank God it was just that one section, and I had only put 10 or 15 drills down. So, and I'm like, oh my God. And it was like, really? And I kicked myself for a while about making that mistake, because I am so careful when it comes to having my drills in their cases. and stuff. That's why, like, yesterday, I was actually kicking myself because I'm like, how could I mislabel that? How did I do that? What distracted me that day when I was labeling the cases to have put the wrong label on the wrong case? That's not me. So I mean, but I guess we all have those days where we do things like that. But for me, I guess with my ADD, ADHD, OCD, um, when I do a mistake like that, um, I kick myself for it. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is a little 30 by 30 from Amazon. He was really cute. Uh, and I just can't, it was like, but I know, it's not the first time I'll make that mistake. And of course, it's not the last time because, I made a mistake again, but I actually made a mistake in the leaves on the one leaf on this canvas. I inadvertently accidentally put the N on the H instead of the H's color on the H. I used the N, but you really can't tell. I mean, I know it's in this leaf here, but you really can't tell. I mean, it was just because the two greens their shades are close. But see, Sherry, that the thing is with my ADD, ADHD, OCD, I'm always like that. I set personal goals for myself to have, canvases done by a certain point or be to a certain point on a canvas by a certain time. And if I don't make that goal, my brain, yeah, I know you can't tell the difference. It's like it just reversed them is all it did. It happened with some cherry trees I'd done too. I had two pinks that were close in color, and I accidentally put them in the wrong spots. But if I didn't point it out or say something, you wouldn't even know the difference. You wouldn't know that it was supposed to be the opposite way around. Because the colors were, that similar. Now, then there, not last year before last, or was it? No, was it last year? No, year before last. I did Ticket to Ride. It was my first year. Mom had brought me this beautiful canvas. I got to actually get him up on the wall. It is 5 different silhouettes of John Wayne. And I am a huge John Wayne fan. So Ticket to Ride was destination literature that year. And I did not know that one of my favorite John Wayne movies, there's a book written about it. So I tied my canvas to that book, which is called McClintock. And then, of course, the film was McClintock. And the destination was the Sanibel Ranch. I believe it's in Arizona. I had a whole itinerary written up of how, leaving from where I live to go out there. I had a whole story written up. And The one John Wayne, I know I could quote the exact words of what he was saying in that pose that he was in, but the it wasn't the one that one. The John Wayne picture of John Wayne above him. I had put the drills, and I'm like, okay, they didn't chart his face right. No, it was I put the wrong drills in the wrong place. So yeah, I've had some blunders. Oh, my kitty. The only time that she bothers or messes with me when I'm diamond painting is if I lay my diamond painting pin down and she's like, "Oh, I could snag her pin." That cat. This is the only pin she can't move, and she can't figure out why. This is a no stop roll pin from Diamond Pen Pals. This I won this last year from Let Your Witch Goddess Free. It's what they call a lava pin, so it actually has liquid inside, like a lava lamp would, and then it has glitter and green bead ball like pieces and confetti like pieces, stars, and I thought it had moons in there too. I know it's got witches, little witches cauldron in there, I think. I don't know. I just love it. Yeah, little witches hats, little witches cauldrons. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. Oh yeah, Bengal cat. We have a guy here in town that raises those, and he breeds and sells them. Welcome back, Sandy. Um, no, I just have for the OG crew. They know I have the boss kitty, aka Zoe, which she's behind me watching me. Okay, Sandy, it'll come through eventually. Oh, a beagle. Oh yeah, I love beagles. But we actually have a guy who raises those Bengal cat, and you could train them just like a little dog. Oh, oh yeah, I love black roses. But like I say, a lot of people don't realize they're not actually black. It's like like I say, the whole 939. You know how some people think 939 is black, but if you get it in the light the right way, you could tell it's actually dark blue. Um, well, black roses are actually really purple. Oh, believe me and mom know about bossy animals. Um, the two inside cats we have are Bougie and Bossy. And then mom's got an outside cat, and when he comes home, she goes ahead and feeds him. And these could have been fed, or it's not time for them to be fed yet. But yet they're sitting there meowing at mom and telling her. It sounds like this one tells her now. Um, so cat is Zoe. Mom's two cats are Precious and Scooty Boots. Um, And all three of them have their own distinct personalities too. It's funny. Yeah, my Zoe, she is actually a tabby. Uh, so, I know I have a picture through some stuff as she was laying on the pile of stuff that I was going through. Um, so yeah, so this is my little brat, aka Boss Kitty. So she is, yeah, she was a little miffed at me that day because they don't like change. Our cats do not like change at all. And I was moving stuff around, going through stuff, um, you know, and she didn't like it. She let me know about it. But yeah, she's my baby. She my baby. I actually am loving how this is coming out. Just looking at it in the camera. Let me see, I'll turn the looking at it in the camera, it is coming out. See, now I'm actually I can see the clouds now. Um, I can see them in the camera, and I seen them when I was farther back. But when you're up close, you really don't see the details. You don't get the detail. But when you step back or you're looking at it through the camera lens, you can see the detail. It is so neat, so weird at the same time. But yeah, so those are our babies. Um, they say my cat's Zoe. Mom has Precious, who yes is named after the Lord from the Lord of the Rings. My Precious, because Mom is a Lord of the Rings fan. Um, and believe me, eh, that cat scares you sometimes. Um, she can be sweet and innocent, and the next minute she's freaking Gollum. I swear, she acts just like Gollum. Uh, This one, oh, this is just Miss. I am freaking neurotic, um, set in my ways type cat. Aw, sounds like they're all cutie pies. We were like, we was in break the silence the other day. We were all talking. A fellow chat member had to have their fur baby put down, and we were all saying how you know that's Zoe. Zoe is bipolar. I swear to God, Precious is borderline. Mama tell you that one. That cat, she's crazy. But yeah, we were all talking about how, if we lost our fur babies, how devastated we all would, how we would be. Um, Anything does happen to her, it's going to kill me. Um, we used to have her brother too, but he passed away. Um, my ex left her and her brother on top of me and my mom when we lost our apartment, you know, because he wasn't helping and all that. And I told him, I said, you have to come get your cats and your stuff. And he told me to literally, I'll just throw them out in the middle of the road, let them get hit or burn them alive. I'm like, I called animal control. And I have friends at animal control. And I says, I need to know who I contact because our animal control only takes dogs. But if you call them, they can direct you to somebody that you know. And she told me, she says, you and your mom have been taking care of this cats for a long time. And I explained the whole situation, what he said. She said, well, when he left, after 30 days, legally, they became yours and your mom's. We were feeding them. We were taking care of them, all that. She said legally they became yours and your mom's. I'm like, okay, good to know. So me and mom contemplated about keeping her and her brother. Um, we knew if we sent them to the cat shelter, um, they would just split them, send them to separate homes, and we knew they would grieve for each other because they had never been apart from each other. Um, they had gotten to know me and mom, and our cats we had at the time. We still had the mama cat to my mom's cat and her sister, who they've since passed away as well. Um, and we're like, well, they would grieve for them. That's all they've known. They've been around them for. At that point, me and mom had them for over 3 years at that point. Because he was staying with me off and on, and his dad wouldn't let him have the cats at his house because he was staying with his dad part time because it was close to where he worked. So he asked if he could bring them to my house, and I said, "Yeah, I'll take care of them." Um, and he was, off and on staying back and forth between his dad's and my house. And then he quit his one job and got a job here. Um, then he quit that job and went back to his other job. Um, and come to find out, once we got, you know, we got evicted out of the other place, which was a good thing, because God forbid that was a good thing, because 2 days after we got evicted and we moved out, they found a meth lab right down the street from our house, which if it had blown up, it would have took my house out and a bunch of others. So, point come to shove, we went to stay with the guy my mom was seeing at the time. He let us stay in a room he had till we found this place. We moved in here, and things were going good. And all of a sudden, it was like he left his Facebook logged in on my account on my computer. And I'm in it. I'm thinking this was my Facebook. All of a sudden, I see a message pop up to it, and I'm like, I'm reading it, and come find out he was seeing someone else behind my back. And when I called him out about it, he went to say, "Oh, I was stalking him and his girlfriend and his mama." He had tried to have me banned from going to a NASCAR race. I couldn't go to his employment near his home, where he worked at the time. I didn't go there anyway, unless I was in that area, and then half the time I didn't even go to it then. And that year I wasn't going to that NASCAR race. Oh yeah. So that was God. That was over 10 years ago. That all that went down. So, but yeah. His sister tried to say that she tried to say she was going to have animal charges brought up on me because I had a rabbit that got GI stasis. Okay. And any vet is going to tell you this too. GI stasis is the worst thing a rabbit can get. Okay. You could be right there at a vet's office and the vet possibly can't even save that rabbit. Okay. GI stasis is when their intestines stop moving. You see, a rabbit's intestines, they're like a hamster and a guinea pig. They're you notice they're always pooing. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about when I say GI stasis then, Sherry. Yeah, and he got GI stasis, but he wasn't being taken care of. He was a rescue that my sister had rescued for me. And I was trying everything I could do to get him back to health. I was, because I've had rabbits off and on all my life. I've been around rabbits. Matter of fact, one of my first jobs was for a family friend taking care of his rabbits he sold for pets, and he also sold them as meat rabbits too. He had meat rabbits. And people are like, "Oh, how can you, I don't eat rabbit, but I'm not going to, somebody wants to eat it. I mean, God put creatures on this earth for us to eat, Okay, that's like people say, why do you eat deer? But so I did all I could for Coco. I kept him comfortable. I was feeding him. I was making sure he had plenty of water. I was making sure he had plenty of Timothy hay. I did not have any of the GI stasis medicine at that time. So I kind of, when I kind of figured it was GI stasis, I knew all I could do was try to keep him comfortable, because there was no way I was going to be able to get any of the critical care medicine I needed in time. We don't have any vets around close enough to me that I could have got him to. I even called our local Pets ER, and they said, no, we don't take rabbits. And so all I knew is to, to keep, and to reassure him and stuff, But, she wants to say that I didn't know what I was doing and I starved him to death. She didn't even know the whole story behind it. And she was blasting that all over Facebook. And, I had people that knew me, that knew the situation. They told her that she needed to shut her fucking mouth because she didn't know what the hell she was talking about. Yeah, it wasn't the first time I've had to deal with a one with GI stasis. The last time I had one that had it, I was able to get the medicine in him that I needed, that he needed, and reversed it. And that little sucker, he was he was a trip. That was Radar, aka Buttercup. You know, we wound up calling him Buttercup because his real name was Radar, and it was because he had this big. His ears were huge, and he wound up living. Oh my god. Butter. I'd say after his bout with the GI stasis, he lived another 7 or 8 years. But he was already an older rabbit when I got him. Um, he was at least 5 when I got him. So, but yeah, he lived a good life. And he wound up actually having a seizure and passed away. But like I say, he was 5 when I got him. He lived another 6 or 7 years um, before we lost him. So, he was my baby. I could do it. I could. That rabbit would just follow me around like a puppy dog. He was like a little. He was. He was like a little puppy dog. He was like just a tiny puppy dog. Oh yeah, he did. He lived a spoiled life. Um, I don't know. I know you know Nix's notions. You know how her ferrets have from the knee down, and she has from the knee up. Well, I had I had an old dresser, and I turned it upside down, laid it the drawer side flat, and I built these. I used the CNC grid cage to do around it, and he had his huge house cage that sat at the back with the door always open. It had his bed in there, his litter box. He had food, food in there, food bowl and water bowl, and water bottle in there, and then he had his food and water outside as well. He had a huge Sophie. She was raised with rabbits, and she was my mom's cat that passed away. So she would get in there to sleep with him. They'd curl up together. Um, you know, so he didn't free range the house, like how the room, but he had an actual free range pen that he had. So, and it was probably, oh my god, I'd say 10 foot wide by 12 foot the other direction. But with his cage there, his play area was 10 foot by 10 foot, if not maybe a little bit bigger. All right, Sandy. So yeah, so he was a pretty spoiled little bunny. Well, he was little too. He had big ears, but he was he was for his breed. He was small. He was a giant Flemish, and that was his dad. I remember his dad was giant Flemish. I can't remember what his mom was. I got him from a good friend of mine. I also used to have one named Blueberry. Blueberry was giant Flemish and Lionhead cross, and he was a trip. Oh yeah, they are. So are guinea pigs and hamsters. I love guinea pigs and I love hamsters as well. And I want to eventually get another guinea pig, because I miss mine. I miss my Oreo. Oreo lived a good life too. I had Oreo since he was uh, probably a year old, but going on. He was going on 9, maybe 10 when we moved here, and he had a seizure in his cage and got his head caught in his um, hay ball. He had a hay ball that hung, he rolled around and stuff, and he got in his head caught in that after a seizure, and wound up passing away. But he had lived a good life. He had actually lived, I think, longer than most guinea pigs lived in the wild, actually. I only need, okay. But um but yeah, I've had all kinds of animals over my lifetime. I've had a pony, I've had pigs, I've had goats, um, chickens, ducks, dogs, cats, guinea pigs, fish. Um, I almost had a pet seagull when I was little, but my parents stopped that one. Uh, but that's actually illegal, by the way. Who knew? Who knew it was illegal to own a seagull in the state of Maryland? But yeah, so I've had a lot of different pets over my lifetime. But I think out of all of them, my favorite pet I've ever had was a little Jack Russell I had when I was little, and that was my Pooh Bear. Let's see. But so yeah, so I've had tons of different animals over my life, but I think yeah, it would either be Pooh Bear or it would be Molly, because used to be able to ride Molly like a little pony. Um, she was a Chesapeake Bay Retriever. She was a she was a good dog. But anywho, so I'm going to try to finish this up on the live today, and then Thursday I'll probably work on starting the snowman. Um, if I don't start him tonight. I don't know. I may actually take a nap after the live. Let's see, we've been live for over an hour, almost an hour and a half. Okay. But so need to get behind in gear and get some more content videos filmed. But right now, I really don't have any ideas popping into my head that I want to do. I do like those ones I did. They're being published now. They were kind of informational type. But you can only do those like once every so often because it's just going to be the same information repeated over and over again. And that's you don't want to what they say, regurgitate the same information over and over. All right, Sandy, love you too. Go get you some rest. I'll catch you, um, catch you around. We have our circle we follow. Yeah, I'm probably going to just be here till I get this section finished off. I don't know if it was to his face or not. No, I don't know if it was in a message or to his face, but she actually called it to him. And then she got called out by Tammy and Dale and all of them. I was having fun watching that telenovela. I don't even acknowledge her. Sorry, y'all. I was talking to Mom about something. See, that's why it's called MUTTNUTT'S Crazy World, because I never know what's going to happen in my live stream. My life is crazy. Literally, my life is crazy. No, we did not. We went to the Chinese restaurant, you dumb bum. That was the following day. Thursday we went to Chinese. Friday we went to McDonald's. Sorry, I wanted my chicken and cashews that day. We have a local Chinese restaurant. They do a dish called chicken and cashews, and it's like, oh my god, it's like to die for. But yeah, so it was like, oh my god, I'm just. Oh, Sherry, that's not good. Uh, yeah, hopefully they get it fixed for you. You get it fixed soon. That's yeah, that's dangerous when your furnace goes out. See, we actually have gas heat too, but we have the electric heaters on the wall. But so yeah, yeah. See, I mean, our temps aren't that cold yet here that we've had to turn our heat on yet. I mean, we got our gas was delivered already and everything, but it's not been cold enough to actually need the heater on. But anyway, uh, but anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh my god, I just had this. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That cold air ain't reached me yet. Thank God. You keep it there for a while. Keep it there till at least the end of December. Yeah, I'm not ready for the cold like that. Yeah, I'm not either that or we you pack it up and send it back up to Canada. Tell it needs to go on vacation. You know, up north, way up north. I want to skip January then. That way I don't have to turn 47. No, there's another reason I don't want my birthday comes. My birthday marks a sad time for our family. So it's the day before we lost my uncle. So I really don't like celebrating my birthday. And that I'm also, like I say, I'll be 47. Mine's all exactly almost, I believe, if I calculate it right, mine is exactly a month after Christmas. I'm the 25th of January. Okay, see, now I know I just did those little triangles and I found one. So, I'm telling you, I swear, symbols multiply like rabbits. But I don't know if anybody else is like this. If you miss a symbol, but you work in another color and you see that symbol you missed, you have to stop the one you're doing, grab the color you missed, and fix it. I don't know if that's just my OCD or what, but I'm not. I've tried. I've tried. If I've missed a symbol, I've tried to let it go until I finish everything else. I don't know how people can do that. It just drives me insane knowing I have symbols I've missed. Oh wow. Yeah, I'm the like I say, I'm the 25th of January. I actually stopped celebrating my birthdays years ago. To me, my birthday is basically just another day. Yeah, I have my niece. She's January 15th, which is Martin Luther King's original birthday. I have a couple cousins that are in January. I have a few best friends that are in January. So, yeah, there's a lot of people I know in January. I was born 78. My mom has the funkiest ringtone I've ever heard. Nope, not registered. Can't make me. Not going to vote. My vote won't count anyway. Anyway, my sister called my mom asking, do we go vote? Nope. I have never voted a day in my life and don't plan to. But yeah, so actually the day they brought me home, my parents said they had a no longer got my mom in the house, got her settled. My dad said they had a balloon. So it's been a running joke in my family that um, I'm a snow curse. That I it's always been for at least 30 some of the 40 some years I've been alive. There has been snow on my birthday, around my or right before or right after my birthday. So, But yeah, so my family calls me the snow curse kid. My uncle used to call my cousin. Just had a birthday, 30th of October. She was called. He called her the spook baby because she was born right before Halloween. Um, so we all had nicknames growing up due to weather phenomenons with our birthdays or when we were born. It's funny. I actually have a cousin that's born on the 4th of July. So 19. But yeah, so okay, yeah, cool. I don't have much family that's in October. One cousin and my uncle that passed away. But okay, so wow, that looks good. I like that background. I need number 6. It's not a lot of these, so don't need a whole lot out. I've taught myself now when there's not a whole lot, I can either pick them out or that. Well, my sister is July. My brother-in-law is June. My nephew is June. My one niece is July. My other niece is January. So my sister, her husband, and their kids are all J months. Yeah, I've actually starting to teach myself. You don't need to only you got just a very few either. Pick them out of the jar, or I've learned to tap out just what I need out of the jar. Um, because I will pour the whole container in here, and only needed it for 3 drawers. It's so funny. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, 666. I love this color red, but I do not like its DMC number. But hands down, my favorite DMC though would be 550. Oh, I love that purple. I love purple. But that purple actually is the same purple as my high school graduating colors were. They were purple and gold. And 550 is the actual purple of my high school colors. It is literally the exact match to our school color, purple. I just thought that was very neat. But so this is coming along really good. We're starting to get the rows filled in. Now I won't work on this again until next Tuesday. When I go live, I will be live Thursday though of this week, but I will be working on a different canvas. I will probably work on the snowman that I have picked for Up to Snow Good, and also for Sparkle All the Way, because we had to have a 60 by 80 or 230 by 40s size. So I went with the 230 by 40s, but also in my off time of live streaming, I will be finishing up Lumina, which I was working on last month. And she also, her progress will be put in with Sparkle All the Way as well. Because if I'm not mistaken, I have a 50 by 20 something, either 50 by 20 something or 50 by 30 something left on her, I think. But I don't have a lot. I mean, I have her half. I believe I'm like at the halfway point on her, maybe, or almost the halfway point. She's a labor of love, believe me. She's a labor of love. But I love, oh my God, I love how she's coming out. But she's taking longer because I also am blinging her out. But I'm using her along with my 230 by 40s for Sparkle All the Way, because I know me in 30 by 40s. I could finish a 30 by 40 in a couple days to a week. So, yeah, that's why and she's a square. So she's taking squares take me a little bit longer than rounds. So, but oh, sure, okay. Thing is with that whole YouTube would do purges to get rid of inactive accounts and the bots and all that. So your numbers fluctuate all the time. There are days that I'm over 1,330 something, and then there are days I'm back down to 1,320 something. I believe it's 1,300 something. Yeah. So your numbers are going to fluctuate like back and forth. I'm telling you, the hurdle that took me the hardest to get over the amount of subs was 500. I would hit the 500 mark, and then I lost them. I lost a couple, and I was under 400, under the 500. I hit that like 7 or 8 times before. You'll hit plateaus, or you'll hit okay, see, yeah. So you're gonna hit those plateau areas, and then you're gonna hit where you see an increase in your growth. Just don't, like I was told, don't worry about your numbers. Yeah, we're all looking to strive to get that 1,000 subscribers and our 4,000 watch hours. For some of us get our watch hours first. and then some of us get our subscribers first. Just keep doing you, and keep pushing. Don't worry about your numbers so much. Yeah, check your analytics from time to time, but don't dwell on them. Oh, I've lost 100 in one day. Yeah, I lost 100 in one day. So yeah, it is a kick in the stomach when you lose subscribers, and because it's like a setback to you. And you're welcome for the advice, by the way. Um, I've been doing YouTube since 2015. I've had my channel since 2015, but I've actually been doing videos since 2016, early 2017. Um, um, and I used to obsess about my numbers. And then I met a friend of mine, a real good friend of mine, that said you can't obsess about your numbers. I mean, yeah, you can check your numbers, you can keep a check on your analytics, which I do all. I do check my analytics, like and my growth, and see, because you want to check every so often to see where your people are watching from, your engagement, especially your viewer engagement, like how much of a video are they watching before it drops off, but you don't have to really worry about, I wouldn't really worry about those analytics right now for you, because like you say, you've not been doing YouTube that long. More or less right now, you want to build your channel up by doing your videos, and if you go live, building your audience, and then you can go from there with your analytics and everything. More or less, when you get monetized is when you really, really want to worry about your analytics. I'm at that point. I'm monetized right now, so for me, I keep a closer eye on my analytics more now than I did before. But I've learned to not obsessively go into my analytics. I was going into my analytics 3, 4, 5 times a day, every day. And it was actually really starting to stress me out. So I had to adopt that healthy behavior of, yeah, it's fine to check my analytics, but I need to have a healthy boundary of when I check them and things like that. Yeah, it's an OCD thing for me, actually. And when you have OCD, ADD, ADHD all rolled up into one, it can be hard for you to train your brain to not obsess. And believe me, it has been hard. I still have times where I obsess over things, and I'm like, I'm constantly checking and constantly but I've gotten better as I've learned coping skills. I've learned these coping tools, that help me with things like that. And once you get yourself into a rhythm, oh, thank you. I will Make sure you leave me a comment, Sherry, so I can subscribe back to you, because right now I can't. Where I'm on my StreamYards, I can't actually click to subscribe to anybody right now. I don't know why. My Chromebook is a blonde most of the time. Cause see, I actually use StreamYards, same account. I'm on the core program, the it's $44 now, or $45 now. It went up from 25 to 45, which I'm okay with. Because I am getting a few more features that I didn't have before and everything. So, but so I use the same account, two different devices to go live with my double camera. So one is on my tablet and one is on my Chromebook, and then I have my desktop. But for some reason, my desktop is locked up right now, and my mouse isn't working. So I got to get behind my desktop when the live is finished and unplug that and plug it back in. So, but usually what I do is I have believe it or not, I'm only working in probably about a 10 by 5 space, 10 foot by 5 foot wide. So I have on my left, I have my desktop where I put my YouTube. I go right on into my YouTube, mute all my sounds, or actually they're going through my cute headset, which, well, I'll do it this way because it's got a green screen, but they're so cute. I love my headphones. Best $15 I spent, honestly. So that's there, so I can see the chat. Then in front of me, I have my Chromebook on my right hand side, with my StreamYards, and then above it, my camera, this camera here, that shows the desktop. That's my tablet. I have that on a camera arm, so I can have an overhead. Oh, girl, I have a solid oak dining room table. Hold on. It's a little messy, but let's see here. Okay, I can. Okay. I didn't get the whole. I got most of my craft space, and this is in the corner of my bedroom, by the way. So my bed is off to my left, and my craft space goes from the end of my bed to the wall. So basically, this is my craft setup. So if you see over here, that's a metal shelf that goes almost to the ceiling. That's got all my diamond painting, spare drills, kitted up drills, all my diamond paintings on the top. You can see my cover board. Yeah, so this is my whole setup. Yeah, so that's my setup. Oh, I see Sandy's picture came through. Oh, I like. Oh my god, that's so pretty. Church. So yeah, so I don't have a big space, but it works. You know, we work in the space that we have. We adapt and make it work for us. You know, then of course I have my ring light and my like Nick calls them stadium lights, because believe me, the suckers are bright. Um, you know, so I have that, and I can have a green screen behind me if I wanted to actually drop that and use it. But I need to get a new camera for my Chromebook, an external, because the camera that's in my Chromebook and my green screen do not play nice together. They don't play. They're not friends. You know, I mean, it works. Camera works, but when I go to put it on for green screen, it makes the green screen behind me look dark, and it don't pick it up. It is so hard to green screen with it that way. So, but I could pick up a cheap webcam and hook to it. So it don't have to be nothing fancy, nothing expensive. I'll eventually get one. It's just not on top on my priority list of things I need right now. Um, so right now it's not the grand poobah, as I like to say, of things that I need. I have other things on my wish list right now that um, I need. Well, I have a couple different wish lists, but I have a non-public wish list that has stuff on it. And me and Mom are like, yeah, eventually we need this, this, and this. So we put it on our shopping wish list, and we get to it whenever we can get to it. You know. But I did join Secret Santa um, for one of the groups I'm involved with. We're doing a Secret Santa, and I'm so happy to do that because I've had people send me gifts, and I'd like to pay it forward and send somebody something for the holidays. Um, you know, I know what it feels like not to, think that you're going to get anything for the holidays. I've been there. Um, you know, there were Christmases that I know my parents were scared that they weren't going to be able to get us anything. So uh, it always worked out in the end. Uh, yeah, so I need to do some straightening up though in this corner. I've actually gotten to a point that I have won so many canvases. I'm running out of space on the top of the shelf for them, so I need to get out of here, Woodbuck. That's the only problem about living in the country. Um, I need to sit down one day and rethink my organization up here. Um, so yeah, but everything is accessible too. So everything is like in arm's reach of me. So if I need, so I want to replace something, with my special drills. They're at an arm's reach. My trays are at an arm's reach. My pins, my putties, my waxes, my tweezers, everything. Everything is always at an arm's reach for me, the way I have it set up. Canvases that I'm working, but not working at currently, like my WIPs. Well, I have I have another painting hanging up here that Sandy gave me, but the only reason it's hanging, I'm not going to do that till probably Break the Silence next year, because it's loaded with purple. I just realized I do have my Break the Silence canvas next year. But it doesn't fit in my portfolio book for my bigger paintings. I need to get the bigger portfolio book. So that's on my wish list as well, eventually. But yeah, so yeah, I've seen a lot of controversy over this about YouTube creators putting their Amazon wish lists in their bio or their video, or their, like, Nightbot posts mine in the room. I was asked if I had a wish list because there was somebody that wanted to send me a gift, and they asked how could they send me a gift. And I said, well, I do have an Amazon wish list. And at that time, I was making that wish list just for myself, just because it was things I wanted to get. And it was a way for me to be able, instead of have to go back and look through Amazon all over again, it was a way for me to be able to go back and find what I wanted, what I was looking for. And so I posted that, and I've had people, but it's not mandatory. It's like, yeah, I have my Cash App link that goes across the bottom of my screen, but it's not mandatory for somebody to donate. I have channel memberships. Again, okay, they're there. I mean, if you want to join, you can join. I mean, that's up to you. It's greatly appreciated if you do. But it's not something that I'm going to say, oh, you got to join or you can't be in my chat. No. The best way to support a YouTuber, like, follow, subscribe, comment. Best way to support a YouTube content creator. Like their video, share their video, subscribe to them, comment on their video. That is the best way you could support them. Yeah, some of us, yes, we do have, like I said, we have some of us have Patreon, some of us have, which I'm getting rid of Patreon, and I'm going to the Buy Me a Coffee. I'm in the process of setting that up. Patreon is just, I don't know. Patreon is just, I don't know. You can't do like you can on Buy Me a Coffee. Buy Me a Coffee actually lets you sell digital images. And I actually like making watermarks or I just create digital images for people for use for backgrounds. And I can actually put them for sale on my Buy Me a Coffee. So I'm in the process of getting that all set up, which might be what I work on when I get off the live tonight. Because I will be live again, like I say, on Thursday. So I probably just start Mr. Snowman on Thursday. Or I may work on him tomorrow. I don't know. Or I might work on Lumina some. Because I've actually scheduled out time to diamond paint. Well, I diamond paint almost every day. But I've scheduled myself out certain days I work on WIP. So I believe I have it scheduled for Monday. Monday I work on WIPs. So any WIP I have, I'll pick one and I'll work on it that day. Tuesdays I go live. Right now, Tuesdays canvases are the roast. Okay. Wednesday, since I believe I have that. Hold on, don't give me lying. Let me look at my calendar. Okay. So yeah, so Wednesday is a WIP. No, that's not, yeah, that's not right. So Wednesday is a WIP day as well. Thursday, I'm working on this. I've got it set that I'm working on the snowman. And I've only got 3 days because 28th is Thanksgiving. And right now, I'm not 100% sure I'm going to go live that Thursday. And then, of course, Friday is WIPs. So I've got these, my Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for WIP. And then I take my Saturday and Sunday. I mean, I may diamond paint on Saturday and I may diamond paint on Sunday. But those are my days that I take off from. If I don't feel like diamond painting, I'm okay with that because I have Monday through Friday set for diamond painting. So that keeps me on track with that. It keeps me on on an even keel. That I feel like, because if I don't do something diamond painting related every day, I feel like there is a part of my day missing. So I can either diamond paint or I can, work on logging stuff, which I got to log some stuff into Gems Flow. I work on looking at what events I want to do for next month, getting those in order, things like that. As long as it is something diamond painting related, or I'll work on my, behind the scenes, I'll work on, did the research for those videos that I had coming out for with the different, tips and tricks and things like that, So it just all depends on, what the day is like is what I do. And the way my desk is set up, I can lay in bed all day and work and edit, and because my computer is right beside my bed, so I get to lay across the edge of my end of my bed, and I can work on editing and working on digital images, which right now I have 26 images done, and they're the alphabet. So they look like a monogram. But they do have a space that if the person wants to take it into Canva, they can edit in their name or whatever information they want right there. And these images, you could take them and you could do whatever you want with them. You can use them as backgrounds. You can use, put them down into the right files. You could take the file and take it into Canva and change the file size, to make a watermark for your videos or whatever you want to do, an icon or whatever. Or even if you want to take it like Star does and turn it and have a diamond painting company, do it as a custom, but I've made all my own watermarks. I've made my own channel logos. I've made, all my thumbnails, my icons that I use. I've done all my own imagery for my channel. So it's something I like doing, and I'm like, I want to get back into doing it, and if I can make a little bit of money from doing it, hey, you know, it's a hobby I like doing, just like YouTube. YouTube's a hobby I like doing, and for me, it's like a video diary of my campuses coming to life. But if I can also make a little bit of money on the side, which I know I'm not going to make a whole lot, I've been monetized for over 6 months now, I believe, and I won't. No, yeah, because I was monetized, then I actually lost my monetization for a little bit till I got my ID straight. That was a whole nother debacle that way, but till I got my ID straight, my monetization was paused. Then I got it turned back on, and in that time frame, I've only made 60 some dollars, and you need $100 to cash out. Yeah, I know people would say, "Oh, you don't need to be telling your finances on here." I'm not transparent. I'm not giving you all my information of how to get into my account. I'm just saying what I've made. YouTube is not a get rich quick scheme. So yeah, you got YouTubers that make a lot of money, but they also have brand deals on the side. They get these brand companies that pay them to advertise in their video. Hey, if anybody wants to do that, I'm not. I'm going to go through and check it out. I mean, hey, there might be a brand out there that eventually will sponsor me, but as of right now, no, I don't have any brand deals. I have done some I did for Art Dot. Their putty. Oh my god, I actually like this stuff. Um, and you can lay ABs with this putty. So I mean, other than that, I'm not. You know, there used to be a company I used to product test for, but that was before I ever got into diamond painting. That's been wow. Wow, I stopped because they got really ignorant over something with me. And it weren't my fault. It was the shipper's fault. And I mean, the shipper was even on my side about the whole situation, but the company got said I didn't, I didn't follow the rules or whatever, and you know, I missed the date I was supposed to, blah, blah, blah. But I had also written them and said, I have not received the product yet. The shipper said it is it wasn't even the shipper's fault. Technically, it was the supplier to the shipper. Um, they were waiting on something to be, and they couldn't ship anything until they got what they needed. But this company just got irate, and I told them where they could, how far they could shove the sun up their ass, you know, and I told them I wanted out of the contract, which was getting ready to run up anyway. So I said I didn't want to renew my contract with them. So basically, I was like a freelancer anyway. So. But, you got those ignorant companies out there, and we are almost finished this section, guys. Let's see, I've got 1, 2. I have 4 colors left to do. And then we are done this section. Okay, this is not the color I expected for. Again, I'm trusting like Rhonda says, trust the process. Because um yeah, instead of using brown, they use 310 for the shading in the leaves, and then there's this olivey color, that late pale olive that's going in this part here in the star area for shading, I guess. I'm just trusting the process. Just trusting the process. Just trusting the process. I have to keep telling myself stuff like that. I will have to encourage myself sometimes because I'll sit here and I'll be like, yeah, no, that doesn't, meh, and I'm like, if I change it, I mean, I could change it back, but does it really work? But looking at it, yeah, okay, it's trusting the process. I have lost a drill right there. That is number 6. There we go. Yeah. So, so I'm telling myself to trust the process right now. Um, again, this like this light tanny. Where it's going. Okay, I just gotta trust the process. Um, it's not my choice, but okay. I guess the shading. But like I say, when you look at it in the camera, it looks like you don't see what I'm seeing up close. And when you're standing far back from it, you don't see it either. You see it. It just looks like it's supposed to. But up close, it just it just doesn't. In my mind, my mind's telling me no, that doesn't go. That doesn't work. And I don't know why my desktop just went off. I think my plug is loose back there, so I'll fix it later. My dumb behind done hit the wrong thing and cut myself out of my own live stream. I knocked myself out of my own live stream. Anyway, yeah, that's what it is. Something's loose on the back of my desktop. because when I move my table, it kicks off. So I'm almost finished. I have 2 colors left to do, and then this section will be done for the day. I need 17 and 18. So we'll go with 17, which is the J. So I've probably got a loose wire on the back of my desktop again. I was moving stuff around earlier, and I probably loosened the wire on the back. I just got to tighten it up. So, but sorry about that, guys. I did not mean to kick myself out of my own life. So we're finishing up these last 2 colors. And of course, you're going to hear my speaker. It just reconnected back to the Wi-Fi. It has a mind of its own. Or actually, it's 3 colors. Sorry, because I have a K there. Yeah, it's K. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. But anywho, yeah, I have a tendency to do that kind of stuff. I will knock myself out of my own live streams from time to time. One of these. See, like, I've gotten to the point where I can pick up one on my fingertip and put it right in place where I need it. So we need F, which is 18. And see, I gotta force myself once I finish this color to stop, because I could actually go on and continue to the next section, but then I'd be to finish this canvas before the event is even a week in. And I'm trying not to do that because DP for vets goes till the end of the month, but I do need a finish for that. So I'm going to try my hardest to have this finished. I guess if I get it finished before for the end of the month, is not a bad thing. Yeah, I accidentally kicked myself out of my own live. I went to my Chromebook shut down. I mean, my desktop shut down, and now my mouse is working on my desktop, so that's a good thing. And so we're finished that. There we go. So I went to go to my Chromebook to do something, and accidentally hit the wrong button, and it sent me somewhere I did. See, now there it goes. Okay, I know what's wrong. The wires are loose on the back, but that's where I'm ending the live for today anyway. I have been sitting here for actually over 2 hours because I actually started diamond painting about a half an hour to an hour before I went live. Oh, see, the only thing that my cat bothers is my diamond painting pins. Except this one. Like I say, she does not mess with this one because this has the nose, the flat side. It's one of the, Diamond Pen Pals lava pins with the no roll on it. So she can't bat that one like she does the other ones. And she can't get her mouth around that one either. So that's the only one of the pins she does not like. But yeah, I could picture your beagle taking your canvases off. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's more important. Your furnace is more important than my live stream. Yeah, getting that fixed, that's more important than being in my live, watching my live. Yeah, I understand that. And you being in Minnesota too, you all get it colder there before we get colder here. But yeah, I'll be live again on Thursday. Where'd you come from? But I may have this finished before next week. Then again, I don't know. I may go ahead and work on this some more. Because I have a ton of 30 by 40s that I could pull out and work on for Sparkle All the Way as well. I have a lot of my canvases that are 30 by 40s that, make me sparkle. But yeah, I love how this is looking. So anywho, so I hope everybody enjoyed the live. Thank you for stopping by, Sherry, and of course Sandy, which I know where Sandy's gone to lay down and rest. She has a lot going on right now, as she's dealing with. Oh no, they weren't able to fix it. Oh, that's a kick in the stomach. And don't ask me why my cameras just reset themselves. Okay, that was weird. Wow. But yeah, so I will be live Thursday. I'll probably work on Snowman on Thursday. I don't know. As of right now. But I think I may see here later and work some more on this one. Just because I'm having so much fun with this one. But then again, I may pace myself with it. So, but I do need to the leaves, and and then as you go up, you got the rose. So, and this, I mean, if you were up close right now, you would not think this is clouds here. It doesn't look like it. And the stars don't look so defined up close either. But as you get farther back from it, it looks gorgeous. But until then, I hope your day gets better, Sherry. And I will catch everybody later, because we frequent a lot of the same live streams together. Or I will see you in my live on Thursday. Bye, y'all.